I'm with Gary Germer of Gary Germer & Associates, and today we're going to talk a little bit about silver and collecting. But first off, Gary's going to share with us a little bit about your new location.
Yes, I'm really excited about it. I have my office here in the Pearl District on 17th, just off Lovejoy. And we do our appraisal business. I have an office for that. And we're just now opening up a retail location where we're selling art, antiques, and a lot from, we deal with estates and people who need help selling some high-end stuff. And
so consignment retail.
That's consignment retail of high-end stuff, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about silver. And I know a lot of people, they collect things, but now with the silver price being kind of high, it's kind of changing how people are selling things.
Well, it's certainly raised the price on anything. If you have sterling silver or any kind of silver, you've got a base price of what it's worth because you know you can take it down and melt it to the melters and get a metal value out of it. So a lot of stuff is being melted because the value of the silver is more than the value of the item. For example, like these things like these candelabras here, these were real popular for our parents and back in the day, but they're kind of plain, they're common, and I was trying to sell them at one point for like $250, and now because of silver being up, they're worth about $350 just for the silver value in them.
Okay, so if it's not highly collectible, you want to collect it, you probably want something light to collect.
Yes, exactly.
So give me some examples.
Well, things that people are collecting that's hot and they aren't melting are things that have to do with, for instance, barware like the iced teaspoons, and things that are small and interesting like the little cups, egg cups, are another item that is more of a hot item.
But the point is always that the price on a silver item like that is always going to be at least what the market value is on that weight.
Right, the weight of the silver. I mean, if you ran over it with your car, you still got that much weight.
Okay, all right.
But there's a lot of stuff that still is holding its antique value. And if you're out looking, certain names to look for, like in flatware, or is like this here, these little sugar tongs, is George Jensen. Not George Jetson, about the cartoon, but George Jensen, best of the Danish designers. And so you find a little pair of sugar tongs like that in sterling, the acorn pattern. They're $150 range on those, and which is way more than the silver value.
And then some things you say aren't holding value.
They just don't. They're kind of getting lost to history. A piece like this is called a Monkey spoon, which is a German, kind of a slaughter of a German term, but it was for like a wassail bowl that they used to have. And everybody had their own spoon, and it was around a punch bowl of some sort of wine, and you drank and double dipped into it.
Which is okay because it's an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, it's all,
right?
It cleaned itself up.
It's all sanitary.
And then, or a piece like this, it took me forever to figure out what it was, and it's an old piece, but it's a sterling silver tray to hold your candle snuffer on.
That's a pretty specific item.
Pretty specific, and you have to be pretty, even back in the day, you had to be a pretty wealthy person to have a sterling silver one.
And this looks handmade.
It is. This is something you want to be looking for because it's hot too. It's Mexican silver. A lot of people think Mexican silver is terrible, but it's not. Some of the best silver came out of the Taxco region. You're looking for specific names. This is by Sanborn. Spratling's another big name. But you're looking for that number. You look under Made in Mexico 925. Generally speaking, you're doing, they did a lot of handmade, designed, and that's a real hot item right now.
And these also.
Those are Victorian. Those go back a little bit farther. They're very pretty, sweet little set. So a lot of it has to do with style. If Martha Stewart's standing next to it in a style magazine, you know it's going to be good.
That's good.
But things like that.
So, and then lastly, tell us a little bit about this. Because these are heavy.
Those are very heavy. And it was a couple of reasons I had it out. This is marked 0.800, and that is a German silver or European silver, 800 fine. Sterling silver will be marked either sterling or 0.925.
But parts per thousand.
Part per thousand.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't understand European silver that says 800, 0.800 or 0.850, sometimes you'll see. And they think it's junk, but it's sort of like saying, well, it's not $9.25, it's $8.
Okay.
Still not junk. It's not as pure silver, but it's still, so like with that set there's over $4,000 in silver.
In just silver.
In just silver.
Wow.
But where, you know, obviously the style and the stuff of it is worth a bit more than that.
It is really interesting. I mean, it really does change, you know, collectability in general. So, Gary, if people have questions, a good way to contact you?
Well, you can go to our website, www.garygermer.com.
All right.
And hopefully you guys put a link up for a little
We
while.
will put up the link.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
All righty, thank you.